Right. On the way to go slave away my day. Anyway, this is going to be on the whole Kanye West saying, well, it is anyway, the whole slavery was a choice type thing or whatever he talked about. Now, I think the whole thing is intentionally being taken out of context. It's intentionally being taken out of context, but I also have a slight critique on the side of that. Kind of, I guess, go off on another direction on how this also can be taken. But I believe he was talking about a slave-like mindset. That's the way I took it. When you look at the whole context, he said that it's a choice to have that slave mindset. Now, people are going to sit back and the way people are taking it and saying that slavery was a choice. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the slavery was a choice. It was a choice. Black folks could have said, F you, nope, I'm not. You can put that whip on my back, or you hang me. Hang me. I'm not gonna, nope, you're not gonna do it. I'm not gonna work for free. Nope. Black folks could have said that. But, what happened? You went for it. You went for it. Now, does it make it right? Of course it doesn't make it right, not at all. But the fact of the matter is that it was a choice. Just like the Jewish Holocaust and things that happened with that was a choice. And Jews sat back and said, this is not going to happen to us again. Now they freaking own everything. And it can be argued. And I don't even think it can be argued. I think the Jewish people, what they went through in that Holocaust, that was actually worse than slavery for black people. When you're just being actively exterminated, that was worse. I don't give a damn what anyone says, that was worse. Actively exterminated. To be taken out like as a race. Totally taken out. Not enslaved. There's something, it's almost like the whole, when people was talking about the Me Too thing and they were saying that they were trying to conflate somebody, an unwanted kiss, to just outright sexual assault, like penetration. Like that's I guarantee you that there was a lot of Jews that were being in those slave camps and stuff like that. They were looking at the other ones like, hey, that's better than being gassed. I hate to be that guy. So slavery to me, in my opinion, was a lot better of a situation than being actively exterminated. And so, but for some strange reason, Jews have taken it and said, you know what, this is never going to happen again. We'll just own everything. Black folks, basically, we're still sitting there, and that's a thing of their past that they look to and say, hey, this is what black folks, what we're doing, we're looking at it and say, well, that's the reason that we're in the situation that we're in today, hundreds of years, whatever, later. This is what we're still going to hearken back to. We're still going to look back at that and just constantly say, well, because slavery happened, this is the reason we're in the situation we are. That's bullcrap. So when we say slavery was a choice, we chose to, instead of, and this is, this has nothing to do with his words or whatever. And I think that he could have, I'm honestly believing that he's going to need to, Kanye West is going to need to really hone I think he needs to sit down with people like Thomas Sowell and some of these other deep thinkers and stuff like that, and try to really hone his arguments, because he was kind of everywhere on it. But I think that if he sat down with these people and really got a really good hold and say everything, and get his arguments together, I think he would do a lot better. But the fact of the matter is that slavery was that his fact of the matter is that what he's saying is purposely being taken out of context, and anything to discount this dude, because now suddenly he's crazy. Now, he wasn't crazy when he was taking a mic out of Taylor Swift's hand, or when he said George Bush don't like. Nope, he wasn't. Now, when he said that he likes Donald Trump, now we got a problem. Now he's crazy. He's crazy now. It wasn't before. It wasn't before, but now he's crazy. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. I think he's intentionally, like I said, being taken out of context. But but you can just throw all that aside and say, hey, slavery was a choice. But once again, this liberal says, black man, you black men and women, y'all are so weak. This white man y'all didn't have a choice. Once again, this white liberal is saying that black people are weak. We had a choice. We took the choice. Well, I say we. They had a choice. They took the choice to be enslaved, rather than saying, "Hey, you know what? F you. No, this ain't happening." So yeah, it was. Now that has nothing to do with, in my opinion, what Kanye was saying. It has nothing to do with that. He was talking about something different. But if y'all want to take it there, yeah, slavery was a choice. We did choose to be enslaved instead of dying or taking over whatever. You had a ship full of slaves. Yeah, you had some people on that ship that had guns and stuff. You had a ship full of slaves, and you just outnumbered them, thrown man after man after man, and took over. You could have took over that ship, but we didn't do that. Here we are. So was it a choice? You damn right it was. Was that what Kanye was talking about? You damn sure he was not talking about that, but we're just trying to make him seem crazy at this point and taking him out of context, because we have got to beat this goddamn slave back onto that freaking plantation. That slave needs to get back on there, and they're sending everybody. They're sending all their I guess what would be an example of a they're sending their bubbas and their bloodhounds and putting this, and they're gonna get this slave and get him back on this plantation. They're sicking everybody. They're sicking everybody. They're sicking social media. They're seeking got the articles and stuff like that. They got other celebrities. Everybody is about to get this slave and get this slave back on that plantation. Can't have them free. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and all that, and we'll see you in the next one.